Okay students, in today's lecture we are going to talk about the sexual reproduction in bacteria. Previously we have talked about asexual reproduction, in which we talked binary fission in bacteria. But today's we will talk about the sexual reproduction in bacteria. Normally what happened in case of the sexual reproduction, a egg cell from the female and a sperm cell from the male, they just come together and join and form a zygote. This is what happened in case of the sexual reproduction. Like two gametes, one from the male and one from the female, they just join together and form a zygote, and this is what we call the sexual reproduction in case of the higher organisms, or you can see the modern type of the sexual reproduction. But in case of the bacteria, the scenario is entirely different, because the bacteria are the primitive creature. So in case of the bacteria, the sexual reproduction is done by genetic recombination. And what happened in case of the genetic recombination, the new genotypes are formed by the recombination of the genes following an exchange of the genetic material between the homologous chromosomes. In case of the genetic recombination, the two different types of the genes, the two different types of the DNA, they just unite together, and they form a new type of the genetic material, which is called as the recombinant DNA. For example, DNA from the one bacteria and DNA from the other bacteria, or you can say the part of the DNA of a bacteria combine with the DNA of another bacteria, and this process is called as a genetic recombination, and the DNA we obtained after the genetic recombination is called as recombinant DNA. Right. So this type of the sexual reproduction which is done by the genetic recombination, it is the primitive form of the sexual reproduction which has been observed in case of the bacteria. So below I just draw a diagram just to show you the process of the genetic recombination, how the recombination process is done. So what happened in case of the genetic recombination, below you can see that there is a donor DNA which I expressed with the green marker, and there is a black color cell which is called as a recipient cell. So in case of the genetic recombination, there is a donor cell, or there would be a recipient cell which would receive a donor DNA or a part of the donor DNA. So you can see that there is a bacterial recipient cell which is going to take a donor DNA, which I draw with a green color. So in case of this genetic recombination, the cells do not fuse usually, and only a portion of the DNA from the donor cell, you can see in the diagram that only a part of the DNA from the donor cell is transferred to the recipient cell, and inside the recipient cell the donor DNA fragment is positioned alongside the recipient DNA in such a way that homologous genes are adjacent. You can see that when the donor DNA gets entered into the recipient cell, it will combine with the recipient DNA, and before the combination with the recipient DNA, there must be a part separate for the attachment of the donor DNA. So what happened when the donor DNA gets entered into the bacterial cell or the recipient bacterial cell? So what happened? The enzymes act on the recipient DNA, causing the nicks and the removal of the fragment. You can see there that there is a nick, or there is a I showed with the dotted line a part, that part is called as a nick. When the donor DNA enter into the cell, so in the recipient DNA, enzymes act on the recipient DNA and form a nick or a part from which a part of the donor DNA is removed out. Now the place is ready for the attachment of the fragment of the donor DNA. The black color part is the fragment of the recipient DNA which is removed by the action of the enzymes. Now the place is available for the donor DNA or the part of the donor DNA for the attachment. Now the donor DNA will attach with the recipient DNA, and that DNA is called as recombinant DNA. You can see in the picture clearly the black circle, the semicircle which is black in color is the recipient DNA, and the green part is the donor DNA. So recombinant DNA is the DNA which contain two different types of the DNA, one from the recipient DNA and one from the donor DNA. So if the DNA contains the two different types of the DNA, that DNA is called as recombinant DNA. And now after the recombination, a usual or the normal binary fission process for the bacterial growth will continue, and the recombinant DNA will transfer to the daughter cells. Right? So this is the process of the genetic recombination in case of the bacteria. So this is the process of the genetic recombination. There are the three modes of the genetic recombination or the sexual reproduction in the bacteria. The first one is transformation, second one is conjugation, and the third one is transduction. And we will study the difference between these three modes. First, you need to know about the bacterial recombination, and this is a simple process to understand the bacterial recombination, what is bacterial recombination actually is. Okay, now the bacterial recombination can be of the three types: transformation, conjugation, and transduction. So what is transformation? Transformation is a transfer of the cell-free DNA from the one cell to another. So this is a type of the bacterial recombination in which a cell-free DNA transfer from a donor to a recipient cell. So this is simply the procedure of the bacterial recombination is happen in case of the transformation. And in this case, a cell-free DNA transfer from the donor to the recipient cell. And from where this cell-free DNA come, in a bacterial colony, if some of the bacteria will die, their internal components will die too, of course. So in case of in that case, when the bacteria are going to die, so their genetic fragments or the fragments of their DNA are also dispersed in the surrounding environment. When the bacteria is die, its DNA is going to break down into a smaller pieces, and all the fragments of the DNA separate out in the surrounding environment. So there are the certain other bacteria are also present in that environment, which are the living bacteria, and they can sense the presence of that fragmented part or that fragments of the DNA in that environment, and they can uptake those part of the DNA from their environment in their cell membrane or the plasma membrane, because the plasma membrane has the pores in it, and the DNA can get entered into the plasma membrane of the living bacteria by those pores. So this is how a part of the DNA or a cell-free DNA or the fragments of the DNA comes from a dead bacteria, and they can enter into a living bacteria. So this is the process of the transformation. Again, the process is the same like I told you in case of the recombination, like donor DNA gets entered into the recipient cell, and it makes a combination with the recipient DNA. After the recipient DNA creates a nick in it, means the recipient DNA create a space in the in it, and that space is occupied by the donor DNA. And after the combination of the donor and the recipient DNA, the DNA which is formed is called as the recombinant DNA. And now again the recombinant DNA is going to replicate by the normal binary fission process. So this is a type of the bacterial recombination in which a cell-free DNA from the donor cell to the recipient cell makes a combination or makes a genetic combination and make a recombinant DNA. The second type of the bacterial recombination is transformation. Okay, so what is second type of the bacterial recombination is conjugation. In this type, the transfer of the genes or the transfer of the foreign DNA takes place by the physical contact of the bacteria. If the two bacteria are in the physical contact with each other, and in that case there is a transfer of the genes takes place, so such transfer of the genes or the such bacterial recombination is called as conjugation. And what happened in case of the conjugation? Two bacterial cells come close to each other, and there is a formation of the bridge in between them, which is called as a conjugation tube. And by that bridge, or by that conjugation tube or the sex pilus, conjugation tube also called as a sex pilus, and by that structure, genetic transformation or genetic exchange takes place. Right. Okay, in the picture you can see the certain bacteria. In case of sexual reproduction, some bacteria contain an extra chromosomal piece or DNA called sex factor or F factor. F means fertility. By the F I mean fertility. So in the diagram I showed you, the some bacteria contain the extra chromosomal piece of DNA or extra part of in the DNA. By the green color I showed you a part of the DNA which is called a sex factor or F factor. F means fertility factor. So some bacteria contain the F factor. These cells were named as male or F positive, and these are the donor cells. So in case of the bacteria, the cells which contain the F factor, they are called as a male, and they they are also called as a donor cells because they are going to transfer their genes into the female. So the cells of the bacteria which contain the F factor, fertility cells or sex cells, they are called as a male. And the cells without the F factor were called female. On the other side you can see the cells without the F factor, there is no green color I mentioned. So the cells without the F factor are called as the F minus cells or female cells, and they are recipient cells. Escherichia coli, there is a bacteria. It is coated with E. coli. It is also Escherichia coli, also called as the E. coli. Escherichia coli is a bacteria coated with the hair-like villi. I told you about the villi. Villi are the structure which are present on the surface of the motile as well as the non-motile bacteria, and they are responsible for the physical contact of the bacteria during the sexual reproduction. So on the surface of the E. coli bacteria, there are hair-like villi, but the F positive contains 1 to 3 additional villi, the F villi or sex villi, which are responsible for the physical contact between the cells. The F positive bacteria contain the more villi as compared to F negative bacteria. So the such strains of the bacteria which contain the more villi on their surface, they are called as high frequency recombination strains, HFR. The bacteria which has the more number of the villi or the sex factor on their surfaces, they are called as HFR cells, means high frequency recombination cells. Male cells or the F positive cells also called as the HFR cells. Why? Due to the large number of the villi on their surfaces. Right. Okay. So when the male and the female bacteria come close to each other, so there is a bridge formed between them, and that bridge is called as the sex pilus. I wrote over here sex pilus or conjugation tube. Okay. So what is the mechanism of the conjugation? During the conjugation, the F positive and the F negative cells establish a physical contact, and the tube called the conjugation tube is formed between them. The F factor, now in the below diagram you can see the F factor. The F factor, which is responsible which is also called as the sex factor or fertility factor. During the reproduction or during the genetic transformation, the F factor unwind and replicate. You can see the F factor unwind from the bacterial DNA, from the bacterial main DNA. F factor unwind and it start replicating. A single stranded F factor crosses to the recipient cell through the sex pilus. Now a part of the F factor, a single part of the F factor transfer to the other side of the bridge or transfer to the F minus bacteria through the bridge. DNA replication occurs. Now a single part of the F factor remain to the F positive, and the other part of the F factor moves to the F minus. Now these are the parts of the bacteria on both sides of the bridge. Now due to the replicating nature of the DNA replication occurs in both donor and the recipient cell, so that the double-stranded nature of the DNA is re-established in the both cells. Now a part of the F factor is present in the F positive and a part of the F factor is present in the F negative. So due to the double-stranded nature of the DNA replication takes place, and on both sides a single part of the F factor re-establish its double-stranded nature. Now you can see that DNA replication occur, and both part of the F factor makes its other part by the process of the replication, and both sides now both sides you can see act as F positive due to the presence of F factor. So this is another way a genetic transformation or genetic exchange can be takes place in the bacteria, which is called as conjugation. Okay. The third type of the bacterial recombination in the bacteria is called as transduction. What happened in case of the transduction? The transfer of the double-stranded DNA from the donor to the recipient cell through a third party. Mean a third organism is involved, or a third particle is involved in it, which may be a virus like bacteriophage. So if the transfer of the DNA from a donor to the recipient takes place through a third party like bacteriophage, so such type of the transfer of the DNA is called as transduction. Okay, in that case you can draw all the process of the viral infection to the bacterial cell, which we have discussed in our class.